Hello. Thanks for viewing this presentation on developing safety messages for the workplace. In the first portion of this presentation, we hope to bring you a better understanding of the recent harmonization of OSHA and ANSI standards and its meaning. And in the second, provide you with a roadmap or process which can help you develop better safety communication for your work environment. Recognizing that there are multiple formats for the messaging of accident prevention, the Occupational Safety and Health Agency, OSHA, met with the American National Standards Institute, ANSI, to develop a single uniform presentation. The purpose of this joint exercise is to help provide a safer work environment through better communication of hazards. First, the committee reviewed a number of applicable standards that were available. The following are among those considered: OSHA Title 29 CFR Labor, ANSI Z535 Safety Signs and Colors, OSHA 1910.144 Safety Color Code, OSHA 1910.145 Specifications for Safety Signs, Labels, and Tags, OSHA 1926-200 Accident Prevention Signs, Safety and Health Regulations for Construction, ANSI Z535.1 Safety Colors Used for Signs, Labels, Tags, and Other Safety Markings, ANSI Z535.2 Environmental and Facility Safety Signs, ANSI Z535.5 Safety Tags and Barricade Tapes. From this collection of standards, the team set out to accomplish the following and support a rationale for harmonization: promote uniformity, provide a greater level of protection, integrate the use of symbols, meet legal obligations for adequate warnings, and reduce the uncertainty of compliance. A new ruling became effective in September of 2013. With this ruling, OSHA has adopted the use of current ANSI standards as they apply to many signage regulations. They also encourage compliance with current ANSI Z535 standards .1, .2, and .5. By using the suggested elements of the standards, developers and users can more successfully communicate the hazard and safety notifications that may be necessary in the workplace. Those elements include consistent visual formats, colors, signal words, and word messages. This slide depicts the older OSHA formats on the left and the newer preferred ANSI versions on the right. The ANSI format has a different signal word panel and encourages the use of symbols as communicators. It also has an outline format for word messages where short statements are arranged in a specific order. The second half of our presentation provides you with a roadmap you can follow to design safety messages. We have segmented the process into two parts: survey and design. First, a survey of the potential hazards is completed, then the design process can begin. Generally, the results of the survey portion will be used to determine appearance, content, color, safety symbols, and word messages. Survey question number 1 is to determine the nature of the hazard. Some potential hazards listed are electric shock, explosion, exposure to toxic gases, burns, etc. You may know of others. We recommend you consider the most severe and most likely hazards first, then list other hazards that are less likely to occur or of lesser consequence. The second survey step is to determine the level of the hazard. As far as exposure to the hazard, will it result in death or serious injury? Could it result in death or serious injury, or could it result in moderate or minor injury? As you will see later, the level determines the assignment of the signal word and corresponding color. One component of the word message on a safety sign can answer the question for the viewer: how can I avoid the hazard? The answer could be use machine guards, stay back, keep out, etc. Another component of the word message can be a statement regarding the consequences of interaction with the hazard. Can cause death or serious injury, can cause shock or serious burns, or others. With our survey complete, we can begin the design process. First step is to choose a format that is appropriate. Should it be a horizontal or vertical format? Besides the signal word, do we want a word message, a safety symbol, or both? Recall that the reason we needed to determine the level of the hazard was because it will lead us to choose the proper signal word panel. This is a primary component that will tell the viewer what the level of severity is for the hazard. Its components are an international symbol for alert followed by a word with its associated color. Danger, white and red, warning, black and orange, and so on. The highest level of severity is associated with the signal word panel danger. The use of safety symbols are recommended if available. A limited number are available from ANSI. Other resources can be industry groups, public domain, and designers or producers of a safety identification. The recommended format for writing word messages can be found in the ANSI Z535 standard. It should include one or more declarative statements about the hazard, such as the nature of the hazard, how to avoid the hazard, and consequences of interaction with the hazard. Here are some examples of word messages. Note that they are in an outline form as opposed to paragraph. Note that each statement is as concise as possible. They should be easy to read and convey the message quickly. These are examples of safety signage produced to the latest recommended standards. In review, here are some summary points. A new ruling became effective in September of 2013 relative to safety messages for the workplace. The harmonized OSHA ANSI version is now preferable for use in environmental safety messages. A process is available that can help in the development of better safety communication. Better communication equals safer work environment. We hope this presentation on developing safety messages for the workplace is helpful. Neutron regularly works with industry and trade organizations to make their safety communications better. As a preferred designer and producer of environmental and product safety identification, we welcome questions or inquiries for future projects.